All right.
Well, let's go then. Sorry.
Yeah. What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by MFTtK Foundation.com. MFTtK Foundation.com is a go-to website for all things related to the MFTtK Foundation, whether it be 7-on-7, whether it be book bag drives, community engagement, all kinds of different things. Currently, we are on a countdown to where we're doing our Orlando book bag drive. So that is on Saturday. We'll go down there. We'll be giving book bags to people to my Tampa Connect so they can still be able to distribute the bags. But everything is moving forward in the way that it should be going. We're just about kind of readjusted some of the stuff I still need some supplies, but we're about 10,000 short. And I know Jaden's probably going to come in and talk about some things, but some breaking news, sad news. Breaking sad news. Oh, you don't have it on my Twitter, Miles. You got it on Sports Den Twitter, but you don't have it on mine. Breaking sad news, though. We lost Monster not too long ago, a little over a month ago. But we lost, for whatever reason, the comments aren't showing up on the YouTube. But we lost Lamont Green Sr. Lamont was a linebacker. His son Boots, a lot of people probably don't remember. We got a chance to see Boots kind of grow up on social media right in front of our eyes with him working them out and training them. Then Boots signed to Florida State. And then he ended up transferring to FIU last year. But Lamont Green, former linebacker at Florida State, passed of he had a stroke. What I'm being told, he was pretty good linebacker. Had some funny stories. Pete told me a couple funny stories about him. To quote the prophet, the prophet, what's my guy's name? Mr. Brown. It's people dying that's never died before. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Yeah. Yep. So that's what happened. So on another note, been a tough go for former Knowles, man. So yeah. So yeah, I ain't got much to say about that. But what do we got, Jaden?
First, before we get into that, man, we got to start off with the prayer.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, forgot all about the damn prayer. My bad. Let's get the prayer going.
You already know what time it is, dog.
Oh,
Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God. Go.
Yeah. Shit. All right. Damn. Thanks, Grant. Great for letting me know that though. Like, I didn't know that. I know our baseball team was getting busy, but we've had 11 guys drafted. Damn, that's crazy. What else we got? No related or just show related? Jaden.
Good evening. Welcome to the evening edition of Big Games B.S. here on Monday, July 14th. This is your first time on the show. Welcome. And this is called Big Games B.S. Like I mentioned, we bring the good, the bad, and the BS of the sports world to your screens, especially football. So today we're going to start out with our MFTK segment, then transition into NCAA with FSU, the home team. Have some football, baseball, and an unexpected sport to discuss. While we are in NCAA still, going to discuss some more segments that's been breaking the internet. Next, we're going to talk about the NFL. There has been some news over this past weekend that we got to dive into, some good, some bad, and we have list Twitter because it's the off season. Next, and to conclude our show, we have our Big Games BS segment where we bring the scope of the conversation outside of the typical football world, and we discuss popular culture news and other sports as well. And we have some great segments for you during that, especially in regards to Fox canceling a couple shows, a new game in Vegas, and a couple other segments in the mix. But first things first, start off with our MFTK segment. And if you're new to the show, then you should have donated already. But if not, James is going to tell you what this is all about.
Yeah, sixth annual book bag drive. Wow, covered a lot of ground, raised a lot of funds. Almost stroked out a couple times myself, no pun intended, from writing the checks, but it is here. Orlando is this weekend. If you're in the Orlando area and you want a book bag, we're doing it at West Oaks Elementary School Saturday morning. Go to jamescolemangivesback.com. Register for a book bag. Then you just drive through. We pick it. We give it to you. Should have 9 weeks worth of school supplies in it. Should have a whole bunch of other good stuff inside of those book bags. We'll have Tallahassee the following weekend on my actual 41st birthday. Then we will have Jacksonville the weekend after that. We're still about 10,000 short for us to be able to get some supplies and finish paying for some of the different vendors and stuff that we have for these young men and women. We still need volunteers. You can go to jamescolemangivesback.com for any of those. We want to make sure this shit is filled. We want to make sure a lot of people are getting impacted and getting exactly what it is that they need. I love it. My favorite time of year. A lot of people like to bitch about what's going on in the world. A lot of people like to lie and make up different things of what they're doing. I show you in 4K what we're doing as a community, because if we all do a little, we can accomplish a lot. So that's kind of my whole thought process when it comes to this. But any help, time, talent, or treasure is very much so welcomed.
Make sure to donate, like he said. If you go on his Twitter, the link is in this post, and this is a pinned post as well. So make sure to donate for the kids, man, so they can have a good school season and have a good football season as well. Sometimes, James, it's hard to care for the kids, man, no matter how much you try. and this person in particular is going through it. We recently discussed Teddy Bridgewater and his head coaching stint at Miami Northwestern in regards to him asking for funds online. And it looks like Teddy has been suspended. So he was suspended by Miami Northwestern, and I'm going to pull the post up right now. But it revolves around what we discussed on Friday's show when he made a post regarding donations for the program for Miami Northwestern, Uber rides, food, etc., etc. And Miami Northwestern has decided to suspend him. So the reason is because he was providing, quote, impermissible or prohibited benefits to his players, which includes Uber rides, like I mentioned, physical therapy, pregame meals, recovery help, field paint, and more. A lot of people did not like this on the social medias. A lot of people said Teddy Bridgewater had no slack against him, was a great guy, and people were just super shocked to see that Miami Northwestern actually suspended him. And Teddy Bridgewater actually posted a post on Facebook that I'm going to pull up for you right now, and we're going to get into what he said. Got it for you guys right here. Let me share this with you. So, boom. So he said on Facebook, quote, the suspension came from MNW, Miami Northwestern, and it's impossible to suspend someone who doesn't work for you. So if I'm suspended from Miami Northwestern, I'm free to go to another school of my choice, but I'm not going anywhere. And if it comes down to it, I will volunteer from the bleachers like I used to in 2018 and 2019 when no one had a problem. Man, free Teddy B in the chat. I see. Yeah, I Hall, bro, said that. And man, James, what an unfortunate situation to be in, especially for someone who's helping the kids out, man.
Here's the thing. Let me go look at my sources. Teddy, I gotta send Teddy B. I gotta get a blue and gold MFTK hat. You know, seeing as that's Albany State's colors too, so like, you know, I could probably freak it a little bit, man. But what people gotta understand is Teddy's not doing this for money. So like I always see people say, go to Georgia, go to Texas. This is what like you know, if I were doing this, maybe I'd be doing. But Teddy's quite okay. But he's doing it for a purpose because he made it. He made it out of there. He does everything that people say people forget to do when they get money. And it's not the kids. It's not the parents. It is the fans. And what I mean by the fans, not the fans of Miami Northwestern. I mean, one of the words that if you got called this, and I'm going to say this, and I understand what this word means. So if I see the athletic director and he recognized me, it might have to be on site, and that's just the way it goes. And I'm not talking about fan of what this West Coast, the little West Coast Grinch guy that was killing everybody. It's not, but it's just you got to replace the F. He just said he called Drake a freaky ass ninja. I'm not calling their athletic director a freaky ass ninja. I know this. If you call somebody a band or a fan and they're from Florida, God damn it, that's fighting words. You can't call me a bitch ass nigga, and you can't call me a fuck ass nigga. Like those are two things. Like you can call me a fuck nigga, you can call me a bitch nigga. But for whatever reason, when you slide that ass in there, it just adds a little bit more in there. And I just don't go for that kind of shenanigans. But Miami Northwestern's athletic director is a fuck-ass ninja. This isn't the first. There's a reason why they have had a turnstile in coaching. And what happens is you have to, no matter how much money you make, no matter how much you are paid, there is still a chain of command that has to go through different things. Even on the college level, college coaches still report to their athletic director and they still report to the president. It's just harder to fire you when you get paid this kind of bread. Now, where this guy might have messed up is that Teddy made a really incendiary comment that I am not an employee of Miami Northwestern, so I cannot be suspended. Now, and it's very Miami. Very Miami. Teddy might not have filled out all the fucking proper paperwork. It might really truly be out here volunteering. Shit happens. My first year coaching at Mandarin, I saw all the paperwork that they wanted me to do. I said I'd rather coach for free than sit back. And trust me, dog, some of these certifications, like what I just did for Pop Warner, and I had to pay for Pop Warner, like that shit made me really want to reconsider life. Like, I'd rather just coach for free from the stands instead of fucking going over here and taking. I can make more money in an hour than actually doing this shit. And so Teddy might have just said, okay, cool, I'll be the coach. I don't want to get a stipend. Who cares? I get, what is this stipend going to do for me? Like, I always joke with people about what I make coaching high school at Mandarin. I make $1,440 funky ass dollars the Wednesday before the Tuesday or Wednesday before Black Friday. That's what I've been getting paid for all the years that I've done this shit. Like, Teddy's probably like, it doesn't, like, it cost him more money to like cash the check. It energy and opportunity cost. I know a lot of y'all don't know what opportunity cost means, but it's a business thing. Follow with me, look up. You should have been sleeping in class that day. But Teddy, all Teddy did where Teddy fucked up was he shouldn't have put the Uber rides in there. And he should have went on ahead and said his foundation name, Be a Bridge, is awesome. Awesome play on words. I love it. But like Teddy B is doing his thug dizzle. I love it. But like he gonna start like if you gotta go look at, did you see what I sent you, Jaden? It should be in the chat. Let's look at his Facebook page. Now I will say this: somebody's got to get Teddy off of Facebook. Because Teddy, you're grown enough now, my brother, to where we can't be trolling people like this. He got the Joe Clark, Mr. Clark, lean on me meme. He got all kinds of stuff going on, but the beef is between him and the athletic director, who used to be a security guard at Miami Northwestern, allegedly, who used to do like a lot of these different things, who any other athletic director would just be sitting back and letting the goodness flow. But no, when you don't get the accolades and people are jumping in front of you, people start saying like, oh, because actually, do y'all get the Joe Clark thing? Like, has anybody ever seen the movie Lean on Me?
You smoke crack, don't you?
You said what?
You smoke crack, don't you?
Yep, that one. You smoke crack, don't you? Go on, jump.
It said the link or the post has been changed or deleted.
Teddy. Damn, because my boy sent me these clips, and I think these clips just really mirror what's going on. The first one is the athletic director to Teddy Bridgewater. The second one would be Teddy Bridgewater to the athletic director, and then the third one would be I don't think he got to this because I think the community is behind him. But if you could get that one up there, Jaden, I love Lean on Me. Lean on Me was one of, if you were back at a OG HBO subscriber, this is one of the 5 movies they played over and over again all week. I'm about to be really disappointed if Teddy did if he fixes his fingers like collagen to to say something where you're gonna end up apologizing. I don't like that. But did you get those texts through, Jaden?
Yeah, give me 1 second. About to pull it up right now. Let's see.
Did the number come out to 200,000? I think the number didn't come out to 200,000, did it? It was a lot, but it wasn't 200,000. I don't like my own kids enough to spend 200,000. But long story short, Teddy was out here making winners, changing kids' lives, and it's always some old hating. He deleted it. This mofo deleted it. Damn it, Teddy. Teddy basically stated, like, when you read it, Jaden, and then he called the athletic director out by name and said it was him and his flunkies, essentially, coming after him. But I think some of the stuff, like, Teddy probably has a Nike contract. It probably probably got a lot of he spent the money, but a lot of that stuff probably wasn't like what we think. But like Teddy, man, if you coach, you spend money on kids. I just want to put that out there. A majority of coaches truly care about the kids enough to be able to make sure that these kids get from point A to point B. Not all these kids live in your zone. Like, now, we do it the right way at Mandarin University. I got stuff that I got to show. Like, we got a whole new lot. Like, this. So the first question that came up was Uncle Luke, and some people say, like, what the allotment is for the school. So Miami schools get $25,000. That's the budget that you get from the school system. I don't really know how much. That sounds about right. When you really think about it, if you don't have to buy new uniforms, the only thing you have to do, get the shoulder pads refurbished, get the helmets refurbished, get a lot of these other different things done so that you're playing safely, right? Now, we have 2 sets of helmets at Mandarin. Technically, 3. Yeah, we got practice, game, and then our all matte black helmets. So it costs a little bit more, but the 2 of those sets of helmets are not a need, they are a want. We have all black, all white, all green, all orange. So we have 4 sets of uniforms. Those are, you only need 2. And you don't need them every year. We just happen to have bought them, we buy them every 2 years and you replace what you need to replace. But even buying them every 2 years is a lot of money. Now, we raise a lot of money in the community. Like we do right now, we're doing one of these cards that have all of the different stores and shit on it. Like, we make our kids do a lot. I personally think Teddy should have probably done that. Like, make the kids get out there and get active to help. And then you also have your different levels of fundraising. Like, we're gonna contract out our concessions to Flame Broiler. So we're gonna get a straight check for that, straight cash, which is smart. It helps knowing, Flame Broiler, like, knowing the owner. But like, we hooked that up. But like, I told her, like, that's the best marketing deal you can get. You write a check and you guarantee you're gonna get the money back for your check. And every team we play, there's a Flame Broiler not too far from them. So it's like great marketing and advertising for them. And I get some flame broiler, a little bit. There's a healthier option besides my chili dog. I'm still gonna eat my chili dog, but I'm gonna get a bowl. But I'm saying all those different things to say, like, with Manor, that's why we're getting a new locker room. Like we're acting like we just started to paint. Like the locker should be done before the season starts. Like there's a lot of things like that. But Teddy is out here giving these kids recovery, like cryotherapy, which is crazy. Which I have a friend that does it, but that's still crazy. Feeding these guys 3 times a day, like that's expensive, and that's a blessing. Like the crazy part is, there's an adult. That not FHSAA, because he's like, FHSAA ain't even had a chance to investigate it. Like, people were trying to snitch, but like, Northwestern suspends him because an adult is like, nah, son. Nah. You feeding fucking kids? Nah, son. That's where we draw the line. You making sure kids get home safely? The fuck is wrong with you? Don't you know what that dude up in Northeast Florida screams? Man, fuck them kids. Nah, son. Like, really what happens is somebody literally read that and said, that's messed up. That man is changing kids' lives and giving them an experience. And my kids can't have that. This is, like, it's crazy because it wasn't even, I could get if Miami Central was hating, right? I could get if Booker T. Washington was hating. I could get if Miami Northern was hating. But the athletic director of Miami Northwestern read that and said, nah, son. These kids ain't getting good meals on my fucking watch. They Nike head to toe. I ain't Nike head to toe. This man spent more in 1 year on his program than I make in 4. Nah, son. Nah, son. Like, that's just, I mean, like, just, you would think, like, if it was like me, if I'm the athletic director, I'm pulling Teddy in, like, hey, brother, chill. Hey, don't make no more statements like that. Let's do it this way, and then let's ride it out. When the FHSAA comes, here's what I'm doing. We're going to appeal, because they can't do nothing until the season starts. So, boom, you appeal. It's going to take them a couple weeks to appeal. And then you know what? If I lose the appeal, I'm going to appeal again. And you know what happens if I lose that appeal? I'm filing for an injunction through the courts. We are going to play this season. We will kick this. We will Tom Brady Deflategate this shit all the way to next season. And then, cool. You want me to serve 3 games? Bet. We fought it. But I made sure that Teddy Bridgewater knew I had his back. But instead, one of the most humanitarian things, one of the things that every football coach or any coach of any genre, age group can relate to is helping kids, especially hungry ass kids. You had a grown ass man say, nah, son. Nah. Fuck these hood kids, these hood gremlins. How dare him give them hope? Who's gonna sell me Fent? If all these kids have aspirations of playing football and doing more because a man how dare he come back to the hood that grew him up and give free shit? Spend his own goddamn money. Nah, if you're going to spend money, you got to line my pockets, brother. I don't know how that guy could just, you know what, I feel it's times like this when I see men do shit like this that my first statement is, man, I feel sorry for your wife. She fucking bitches. And that's not cool. Like, Teddy should go in there like with that song. Was it first thing I want to say is you a fuck nigga. Not him. I'm talking you. And then say the second thing I want to say is you a fuck nigga too. Cause what he said, cause he a bitch and you a bitch, and that's what hoes do. Like, they hang around with hoes too and some shit like that. I'm just like, damn, dog. Grant might be right, because sometimes a lot of selfishness comes from not being included in things. He could have gave one of them good old funeral plates and some cryotherapy, and life would have been good. But nah, Nah, son. Nah, all I could think about is like, yeah, what's his name? Che, the comedian. He said they didn't say Black lives were more important. Oh, yeah. They just said they mattered. Like, what's like? Can't we just make that the starting point matters? Like, not better. We just or like civil rights. I don't want real. I just want to be civil about it. I just want to be like, how you gonna tell me how to spend my fucking money? Travis Williams asked a great question. How do I think this plays out? How I think this plays out is I think that Teddy's going to coach at Miami Northwestern. I don't think he's going to face any suspension. And if he does, this guy will be if Miami is the Miami that I have heard the rumors and the stories about, this man's life is going to be fucking ruined. Like, it's a guy named OG Billy Roll. Billy Roll is one of the greatest high school coaches in the state of Florida. He won 3 national championships with 3 different teams in Miami. My bad, not national championships, state championships. And he was talking about the Soul Bowl, I think, and they went into overtime, and the news reported it wrong. But luckily, they were delayed where they were at to where the news could hit people the right way. And they were made up in their mind that they were going to fuck these kids up. The city, the streets had made up in their mind that they were mad that the high school kids lost. So they were going to fuck up the adults and the kids on this bus. This is what they said. This is from OG Billy Rowe. And then the news got out. And then just like when you hear stuff like this, where people are getting beat up for games, it would warm my heart if the community would do this for good, though. Like, here's a guy who's never been in trouble, good role model, graduated from college, played in the NFL, still playing in the NFL. This in his spare time goes and plays in the NFL, but wants to coach, has made it known, I'm not coaching in college. I don't want to play on the NFL roster full time. My focus is Miami Northwestern and making them better. So I think what's going to happen is if that guy don't get this right, Travis, that guy, it might go left. If he don't get it right, it might go left. That's my thought process.
Definitely a sticky situation for Teddy, man. And man, that AD has that Miami Northwestern football fans on his page, I'm pretty sure his phone number, everything's getting blown up right now because, man, he did so much winning that state championship this year for them. So, yeah, let's see how this plays out, but wishing them the best, and hopefully they can figure out a solution. Now, let's take a deep dive into some FSU news. First, let me share this with you guys right here. There has been another projected over-under win total for Florida State for this upcoming season, and that would be 6.5.
Damn.
So, James, do you think FSU can manage to get 7 games under their belt? But don't worry, James, I have the schedule right here.
We win in 7 games, man. We beating East Texas St. Laurent or whatever. We beating Kent State. We beating Virginia. We beating Stanford. We beating Wake. Now, them other ones depends on how we're doing. Like Virginia Tech, North Carolina State, Pitt. If we're 3-2 going into Pitt, we're gonna win that game. Anything over 3 games going into Pitt, we win that game. We win that. If we go into Wake Forest 5-2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah. If we go into Wake Forest 5-2, we leave 6-2. And we're gonna win one of those last 4. So I think Florida State wins 8 minimum. So yeah.
Shout out to the guys on this year's squad. And speaking of squad, we have a look at the top rated FSU players in the new EA College Football 2026 game. You have Jeremiah Wilson with the highest, with that 90 overall. Daryl Jackson Jr. coming in only 1 overall behind Jeremiah. Then you have Micah Pettis, who's tied, and then Shaheem Brown with the 88 overall. I know there's a lot of college football 2026 fans out there who play the game. So if you use the Seminoles, these are your top guys right here on the squad. Now, let's get into some baseball talk. I know somebody mentioned it in the chat earlier, and yes, FSU has drafted 11, FSU had 11 players drafted in the MLB. So I'm going to share this with you right here, and let's take a look at the names of some of these players who were drafted. So you have Jamie Arnold, who went in the first round, 11th overall from the Oakland Athletics. Then you have Alex Lodi, second round, 60th overall from the Braves. Cam Leiter, second round, 65th overall to the Dodgers. Max Williams, who went 78th to the Marlins. Drew Ferret went to the Marlins, 108th overall. Peyton Prescott, 163rd to the Mets. That's my team. Shout out him. Joey Valeni, 168th to the Marlins. Evan Kress, 462nd to the Guardians. Gage Harrelson, 469th to the Angels. Jackson West, 472nd to the Blue Jays. And Mason Martinez, who went 474th to the Cincinnati.
Isn't Jackson West the former tight end?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to look it up, but I will definitely let you know. Definitely. But those were the guys who were drafted in the MLB from the Seminoles. So, man, 11 people drafted, James. Whew, our school, man. We got some guys, man. We got some guys.
A couple of them were transfer portal guys like Adams' dad. Drew Farrow, Florida High graduate. Cool. Shout out to him. His dad has the only the only guy who's ever fired me before. So like his father fired me from Titus. I fought with the kid though. Don't care for the dad, but the kid is cool. I ain't never letting that shit go. I'll be on my deathbed. They be like, "Who do you not forgive?" It's just because of how he fired me. It was unnecessary. It was crazy, but yeah.
We typically talk about football, but we also mention basketball, baseball, but I don't think we've ever mentioned this sport right here. And huge congratulations to Kylie for being the collegiate national championship in twirling. Kylie Saltzman represented FSU to the best with her championship in the collegiate national championship for twirling. I saw this on the timeline, had to repost it. Man, we had to break it here, but this is I didn't even know this was a sport, James. Did you see this post on your timeline?
I'm caught off guard, man. Like I don't know what to say. Like I mean, you twirl, like you do the little baton thing and just like do some cool like twirl fire and shit, or like how do you become like do you jump? Like do you like Grant wouldn't know. Twirlers are part of the band. Grant, give us some insight on this, man. Come on, put the tuba down. Not tuba, excuse me, the trombone down, and tell us what the hell is fucking twirling. Like, and how do you like? Because this means I should be telling my dog Dave Platt like he the GOAT. Because I have no idea what and it just seems so intense when they do it in the game. Because like you think it's just a little stick, it's plastic, man, but they be throwing the fuck out of that shit. Like, imagine having to fling it up and then you got to time it and do dances, but you fling it too high and it's just stuck up there, and now you can't do everything that you. Oh, dude, that is what was in my head too. But now he messed it up. Like, baby girl, did she do it to the Drake song? Did she twirl to that?
So this is the USTA, the United States Twirling Association website. So I guess there's 3 types of categories for twirling. You got baton twirling.
Okay.
So it's dance gymnastics while manipulating 1, 2, or 3 batons at a time. Recreational, and then competitive twirling.
So competitive twirling is like, do you get like only 1 baton, or do you gotta like have like 4? Because it sounds like juggling when you got like 2 or 3 of them things.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It doesn't say in this right here, but yeah, man, I guess this is the USTA website. My first time on the website.
When I saw this tweeted, right, and I saw USTA and I saw her with that, I'm like, damn, that's a really weird picture for a tennis player. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking USTA, like they like doing tennis shit. Like, I'm like, damn, that's never how I've never seen that, but you know, okay, if it works for her, then cool. But now we out here twirling shit. All right, cool.
Shout out to Kylie Saltzman again. I think this is her mom or a family member, another family member who posted this, but huge shout out for representing the Seminoles in the best way possible. Next, we are moving from the FSU world to the overall college landscape. And James, I couldn't believe it when I saw this, and I wanted to hear your opinion on this because Greg McElroy said that Saban, yes, Nick Saban believes he believes Nick Saban will return to coaching. If I wasn't someone notable, I would never say a word. That is what McElroy said. But James, I know Saban had a lot to disagree with the NIL landscape in college football. So do you think he could really possibly come back and coach college football?
Oh, I definitely believe he could do it. I don't trust Greg McElroy for like just because he said if it was someone of note, just because he's great. But Greg McElroy forgot he was an ass quarterback, like, and just like out here judging people like in their stats and be like, I don't think he's worth like, bitch, like Alabama didn't need you. Alabama could have like put a fucking statue there when you were there, dog. Like, bitch, you had a good running game. But I'll tell you why I believe Nick Saban, because of this, that he's so good at what he does, right? Incredibly good at what he does. But he ain't the boss in his home. This man has been coaching since he was young, and he's old now. So you got to think, he's been in this game for 20 years. He's 75 now? Let's just say, conservatively speaking, he started at 25. This man's been coaching for longer than I've been alive. So when you put it like that, and now you're asking him to do nothing but look at his lovely wife, who he adores, they getting on each other's fucking nerves. Because he there now. She not used to that. He's not used to people saying, baby, go do this, baby, do that, baby, do this, baby, do that. Well, bitch, I'm out of here. I'd rather recruit than have another honey-do list, is what he said. I'd rather face the NIL than have to do this, because to be honest with you, they gave Saban the Lifetime Achievement Award. That's why Florida State got bumped out. And what Mike Norvell was supposed to do was supposed to take the consolation prize and go coach at Alabama. And instead, he just said, nah, son, I'm good. And he didn't read the tea leaves. And I appreciate that about Mike. But Saban's like, the only reason Saban left was because people got to catch up. Everybody gets to cheat now. So I think Saban has stepped back. He's looked at everything and said, you know what? I think I know how to get the upper hand again. I just needed to step away, look at everybody else's playbook for a little while, and then now I'm good. And I think that's what happened. Yeah, he just travels around and talks shit about sports, and he lied to all the FSU nation. Oh, wait a minute. Noah Nigga not on NC. That's who I should have played with.
Oh, wow.
East Tennessee. No, not East Tennessee. Eastern Michigan or wherever he's at. He must not have signed the like a lot of freshmen aren't there yet because they weren't early enrollees, so they didn't get the shit. They didn't get a chance to sign the NIL deal. So, but yeah, Nick just tired of being home.
If he decides to come back to coaching, James, is it a SEC school for sure?
Nah, I think he goes to a smaller school that he doesn't necessarily need to go get the big paycheck as much as he needs the power and the control. And I don't know if a SEC school will give him the grace that is needed. He'll probably go somewhere where he can stabilize it. This is a 3 to 5 year thing. It's not a forever thing. So like he would literally go to like provide some stability. And who knows? He said coaching. He may not go and be the head coach. He may go and be the coach that can the behind the scenes do what he used to do and bring in guys to like to help analyze what he was doing. Unless somebody gets fired. And then that's when that's when Jimmy Sexton does his magic, he might be able to do that.
SEC, ACC, and even the Big Ten. And we have something to discuss with this Big Ten school in particular, some historic news. So Michigan is the only and the first school to ever have a first-round selection in each of the same year's NBA, NFL, NHL, and MLB drafts. Man, Michigan athletics is popping off, James, completing this historic feat right here. Man, 4 professional sports leagues is insane. Did you see this on your timeline, James? And how surprised are you that no school has did this before?
Well, no, I haven't. I didn't see this. I'm not surprised because hell, the schools that are good in football don't have hockey for the most part. So like that would make it difficult. Now the try like baseball, basketball, and football is doable, but you know, good for Michigan. You know, they bought a national championship or cheated a national championship a few years ago, and now their guys are going on to be successful in other things. So I ain't got nothing nice to say about it. I really don't like their football coach though.
If you have Netflix, they have released the trailer for SEC football any given, not Sunday, but Saturday. The Netflix special premieres on August 5th, and we got the trailer pulled up for you right here. So enjoy if you haven't seen it already, and let us know what you think of the trailer in the comments. James, will you be watching this premiere on August 5th, man? Or will you catch it after that?
I'll probably catch it sometime. Like if I'm traveling somewhere and I'm bored, I might watch it. But like I'm tired of this damn SEC propaganda. Like I am mad. Like again, all right. So Vanderbilt beat Alabama this year, right? But I'd be damned if I took that as fuel to my fire and beat Bama. Bitch, you got lucky. Like nobody's terrified of fucking Vanderbilt. Like, I'm sorry. Like, every now and then, broken clock is right twice a day. Well, my coach used to say even the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then. Don't really know what that means, but it means I assume it means that everybody gets lucky. That Vanderbilt win, those guys should be getting free pancake pantry for the rest of their lives. Because nobody's banking on Vanderbilt to win again. Period. Like, nobody wakes up and says, I want to be a Commodore. Like, I'm sorry, it might happen. Like, it's a great education. Just not good in football. Like, it's the reason why Saban said what he says. And the problem with the SEC is like, all right, so trying to figure out where I saw this. If somebody text messaged me that. All right, you know how many the last time Ole Miss or Mississippi State won a national championship?
Let me guess. Pre-segregation.
Definitely before. Damn near slaves weren't free yet. South Carolina is, anybody who's watched this show, do y'all remember, if you remember what after a certain kid was showing his ass at our spring practice, and I told the coach from South Carolina, it's a reason why you guys haven't won any kind of championship since 1960. The last time South Carolina won any kind of championship was the ACC championship. And most people don't even know that South Carolina wasn't even in the ACC at some point. A majority of the teams that are in the SEC have never and will never win a national championship. They are top heavy like every other conference. And like, for example, Texas A&M hasn't won a natty since before the last Great War. If anybody knows what that, if you took history classes, that's what they were calling the World Wars. They were calling the Great War. They haven't won one since and that's when Technicolor had just got it invented. So, all right, here we go. My bad. Yep, there we go. See? Perfect. Texas just got there, but Texas has been good. Pig Suey, Arkansas, 1964. My mother was 4 years old. Black people is Arkansas and Ole Miss were winning championships before black people were allowed to play with others. And then Arkansas is never winning another one. Ole Miss will never win another one. Texas A&M will never win another one. Vanderbilt, Missouri, Kentucky, Mississippi State, South Carolina. 8 schools will never win a national championship. Florida's not winning another one. Auburn's not winning another one anytime soon. LSU, as long as Brian Kelly's there, is not winning another one. The only teams that have Oklahoma definitely ain't winning shit. Neither is Tennessee. The only teams on this thing that have a chance to ever win a national championship again are Georgia. And I don't think Bama's doing it with that damn Yankee. And I'll say Texas. Sark is going to eventually luck himself into one. I'm just sorry. Like, this is just the LSU is not going to be good with Brian Kelly. I mean, this is not me being an SEC hater. It's just what I hate is that the people, they make it seem like, oh, every week of the SEC is live or die. It's the last time you ever been excited about going to a fucking Kentucky game. And I say that with all due respect, seeing as my goddaughter's father is a Kentucky graduate, ran track at Kentucky. But man, fuck out of here, man. Like, if we're going, as the ladies say on social media, if we're going to be anything, let's be for real. And that's all I'm saying. Fuck the SEC with Magic Stick. I'm not watching. Matter of fact, I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah,
Vanderbilt making $80 million a year for TV deals, and my school got to sue to get their freedom.
Definitely a top-heavy conference. Like a majority of the conferences, like you mentioned, James. So, yeah, the SEC propaganda on Netflix is going to go crazy. But this is a perfect segue to our NFL segment. And we're starting this off with some sad, disappointing news. So, if you're a football fan and you kept up with this year's draft, then you probably heard this news already. But Browns rookie running back Quinshon Judkins was arrested Saturday on a misdemeanor battery/domestic violence charge per Broward County arrest records. So I have the ESPN article right here, and let's get into the details. So Quinshon Judkins was arrested on a domestic violence and battery charge in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on Saturday. So the 21-year-old had his initial court appearance Sunday morning, and his bond was set at $2,500. The charge is described as, quote, touch or strike, battery, domestic violence, according to the arrest record, and it's a misdemeanor. So the CBS News Miami on Sunday reported that the judge at the bond hearing ordered that Judkins have no contact with the woman who is accusing him, and he is not allowed to have access to firearms. So, excuse me, Soika said officers responded to a residence and at approximately 9 a.m. Eastern on Saturday on a delayed battery complaint and determined the battery had occurred, after which they contacted Judkins and took him into custody. According to the report, the incident happened last Monday but wasn't reported until Saturday. Per the arrest report, Judkins, after showing frustration following reading text messages from his family, allegedly punched the woman with a closed fist in the chin/lip area while driving in a vehicle departing from Fort Lauderdale International Airport. Judkins then later allegedly also struck her in the left arm and thigh. The woman showed officers photographs showing bruises from the alleged assault. So they asked why she waited to report the alleged assault, and the woman said, quote, she felt bad due to the recent success and career of the defendant. However, after speaking with the family and friends, she contacted police, realizing, quote, something needed to be done, unquote. The woman said she and Judkins are currently in a romantic relationship after rekindling their relationship in June 2025. Judkins, meanwhile, invoked his Miranda rights when asked questions with officers, and the Browns said they are, quote, aware and gathering more details, unquote, according to a team spokesperson. And if you guys did not know, he played at Ole Miss and was a part of this year's recent Ohio State National Championship squad, and he was the number 36 pick in this year's draft. So he is the only member of the Browns 7-player draft who has not signed his rookie contract. Whew. Man, that's definitely going to hurt not signing that contract. But James, what do you think about the situation and specifically the reasoning for the woman saying that she waited to report him?
This is where you got to tread lightly, because she's saying they're in a romantic. So it says she said they're currently in a romantic relationship. Is that what I heard you say?
She said, let me pull up the exact words. The woman said she and Judkins were currently in a romantic relationship after rekindling their relationship in June 2025. So they just got back together.
Post punch. They need to leave each other alone.
Right.
Judkins, this is where I think we could all do a better job of not listening to a lot of people in relationships, like relationship podcasts and stuff. All men are this, all women are that. Let's start like with the facts, what we see, and just say there are people who are not any good for each other. I feel bad for the girl if she was like, for whatever happened to her. let me pull Judkins to the side. Son, you only get one shot at this.
It's only gonna last 3 years.
If we one contract, if we're good. Right now, you're really treading on water of getting yourself on a discount. Now you haven't signed a contract, they're gonna put language in the contract that basically states that if you have a speeding ticket, they're gonna not pay you. Because you gave them this opportunity. And I'm gonna tell you what happens. Your people are not responsible for your triggers. You're responsible for your triggers. So what you need is good women in your life. And I'm not saying that their job is to whoop this girl's ass. Their job is to protect you from Jezebels. And you need men to tell you need to stay away from this Jezebel. And it's the power pussy. It's undefeated, untied. Wars are started over vagina. But you got to really grab these guys and say, if it's not a bitch from high school, from that really know you, bro, we not messing with, was Drake, no new friends, no new hosts. We ain't rekindling shit around here. No fires, no nothing, man. We gotta just get these boys in position you gotta protect them from themselves. This is why I think, and this is also why I think prostitution needs to be legalized. If he just needs some pussy, dog, he has it to where we could just pay for it. Because you don't pay him to stay, you pay him to leave.
I never thought about how getting in trouble could be used as a negotiation.
Oh, everything is negotiations. They don't give a fuck about these people in the end. But the only thing, I have to try to say it with the right thing, because I have the utmost respect for Coach Bowden. Love Coach Bowden. But I'm not naive. I wasn't good. Coach Bowden wouldn't talk to me.
Oh.
I wouldn't have been at Florida State. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying these things. This is the truth, right? NFL, there's guys who genuinely grow to like these people. But if you weren't any good, they would never like you. These people don't, this is business, dog. It's about the dollar. So
You should be good for that reason, if no other reason.
Right. It's morbid. It's like people, I always say, in my family, I have family members who hate it. I say, perception is not reality. Perception is only reality to losers. Reality is reality. And the reality of the situation is we live in whether you like it or not, and I remember getting in an argument on George's show with somebody, and he got mad at me. We live in a capitalistic society. And if you want to live in a capitalistic society, if you don't, I'm going to tell you what the other people, I enjoy telling the quote unquote real conservatives this. If you don't like people making money and capitalism, you take your ass out of my motherfucking country. You don't get now. But this shit right here, keep your hands, feet, and objects to yourself. And what I'm going to do is hire security. And if a bitch get out of line, I'm going to tell my son, blow the whistle. And now we have legal people who can whoop her ass. So the ass whipping that you think you could have done to her, just pay the big guy with the suit to do it. And that's just how we do it. But nah, it's just too much. And again, like I said, I want to believe the girl, but you got your ass whooped on a Monday and told on a Saturday. Come on, dog. What are we doing here?
They got back together.
And then and then they ask you, what is the nature of your relationship? We are in a romantic relationship. Now, and then where the bruises were.
I believe it because they got back together. That's how toxic shit works.
It does, but what I'm just saying, them bruises could have been. You got a bruise on your titty and a bruise on your thigh. Come on, man. Y'all could have been getting active in that bed. But if you gotta, I'm gonna tell you this: the minute I put my hands on you, I need to leave you.
Yeah.
And the minute you call the police on me, it's the minute I'm never coming back to you, because you know what you just did? You fucked up the bread. Regardless. And I can't have you fucking up the bread. And not saying, again, don't put your hands on the Quinshon, but don't be around somebody that makes you want to put your hands on them. because women be knowing the buttons to push. And somebody got me, dog. I damn sure thought that Ray Rice video. I was like, oh shit, that Ray Rice video is fucking insane.
I haven't watched it in so many years.
Like, it was just showing somebody put that this was the Quinshon, and I just saw it. I'm like, oh shit, I haven't seen it in years. And the video footage was grainy, and I was like, damn, this dude knocked that. Like, and he just watched her drop.
He's an animal. That man is.
And then drug her, like, but and then they got married.
What?
They got married, like right not long after that. They got married.
Man, I don't wish happy things for either. That just
like, so what that made me say, and again, I was wrong. I'm wrong for it. He should not have done it. But I definitely know if a woman know this is why some they be like, why they go get this certain type of person. They know not to push certain buttons. They might get you close. But like this woman looked like she mashed every button in him, in Ray Rice, and all of the buttons on the elevator. And she spit on him too, if I remember correctly. So he blacked out a little bit. The spit probably took him over the edge. No excuse. He's not in the league. The league is a privilege and not a guarantee. But
oh yeah, that's right.
But
I hate his wife too now, just because they got back.
The guys, just dude, don't call. Well, she didn't call the police. I think somebody else. Like they saw the bitch knocked out. Like she was out. But Quinshon Judkins, if you're gonna be my girl, just leave me. Like, just at this point, I'm breaking up with you regardless of what happens.
Right.
We just can't call the fuss.
Man, not signing that contract definitely put his career in jeopardy. And
About to be Nicki Minaj.
About to be Nicki Minaj. But he is not finna be like Houston wide receiver Jaden Higgins. Got a chance to interview him at the Senior Bowl and the Combine, and he signed the first fully guaranteed second-round rookie deal ever. Now, almost every second-round pick, 30 out of the 32, is still unsigned and is actively refusing to sign. So, James, do you think this will have a domino effect and will ultimately result in second-round picks getting fully guaranteed?
There is no professional sport has guaranteed contracts in their CBA.
Isn't that the whole thing with the case that's just been brought up against the?
If everybody just says, I refuse to sign that piece of shit contract, they will all be okay. Now, the minute someone breaks and signs it, they're done.
Oh, so they're just putting it. Okay, so it's not completed. It's not signed through yet.
There's a contract in front of them. They're just not signing it unless it's 4 years guaranteed, fully guaranteed. So right now, a second round pick is a high pick. They got to get it figured out because most rookie, you have the teams that play in not Kobe. They talk about it. NBA contracts are fully guaranteed now because they signed them. They won't sign it. Larry Bird was the first one to get it, and Larry Bird refused to sign anything. And then that's like what they all say. They're like, unless something new has happened, show me in the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement, where they state that contracts have to be guaranteed. But for most of them, most professional sports, they are not guaranteed. They're just baseball. They're just not going to sign it. Like, and what happens is you do it for long enough, they're not even going to try you with it anymore. But most of them are. See right there, when it says no, not all, that means they're not guaranteed in the CBA. It's an option.
You think these rookies are going to stay solid?
Well, 30 to 32 right now. The thing is, you ain't got to sign shit until training camp.
Yeah.
So
that's when
if 30 of 32 second round picks have not signed, and the only one of the two that have signed a fully guaranteed contract, they're trending, they're being pretty strong.
This is like monumentous if this happens.
Like if that happens, this like great. Like, because to be honest with you, check this right. So, like, if I'm a first round pick, right? First round picks fully guaranteed, all first 4 years. And then the way that the teams have the power is they have the 5th-year option. And the 5th-year option is X amount of money. I'm not signing another contract that's not guaranteed. I came in the league with a guaranteed contract. God damn it, you're going to give me another one. But technically, as I've said on this show, all contracts in the NFL are guaranteed. When you hear 5-year, $100 million contract, 80 guaranteed, it's not a 5-year, $100 million contract. It's a 5-year, $80 million contract with incentives. So it's just, but to quote Patrick Beck, since we're here and talking about, he said, teams will guarantee their money. They'll just start offering half the amount with way tighter terms. The problem with that is there's this thing called the salary cap, and the salary cap, then more often than not, what isn't discussed about salary cap is the salary floor, meaning teams have a minimum spend that they have to spend. So they can't just offer you half. And you have rookie minimums. So you have to, like right now, a second round pick, I believe the rookie minimum is at like right at $850K. So you have to, regardless of what you feel, you have to pay me a minimum of $850,000.
That's so cool.
See, damn, I'd be just saying these numbers with no prep work off the top. And you know what they're gonna, and then next year it'll be another 50,000 added to the rookie minimum. All the way up to the point where there's damn near going to be $1 million. Rookie minimum is going to be $1 million. You can't just offer me $500,000 because there are laws. Excuse me, not laws, because they're not. You can't go to jail for this. There are collective these things are collectively bargained with the unions. So the minute that the owners fuck this up, they fuck up their leverage forever.
Yeah, that's why.
So they have to do this. And then the only thing they can do is when the next CBA comes around, negotiate terms that are more favorable to them. But the reality is there's so much money in the NFL now. Like at 2030, we talked about this on the show. The salary cap is going to be damn near $500 million. Like what the NFL has is a shit ton of money. Yeah. They're cash flush right now.
Huge shout out to Jaden Higgins, though, for making history, becoming the first second round player to ever get that fully guaranteed deal, making waves, making headlines, and hope you do great in Houston, my guy. Next, we have our Money Moves segment of the day, and it's actually for another wide receiver, James. So Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson has agreed to a 4-year, $130 million contract extension that includes $90 million guaranteed. It marks the first time in NFL history that a receiver has received an average over $31 million after playing only 3 seasons. Wilson will now be under contract the next 6 seasons through 2030. Man, just like you were mentioning earlier, it's 4 years, 90 with the opportunity to get 130 million with the incentives. So this is a perfect example of what we were talking about with the last segment, excuse me. But James, what do you think about him getting this contract with only playing 3 seasons? Is he that valuable to the Jets' franchise?
Well, you just got the quarterback that you believe is going to your quarterback. You got Justin Fields, and you need to make sure you secure his number 1 weapon. So I think that they're doing this in conjunction with making sure they keep their guys prepared. And on top of that, he's been showing you the success in the first 3 seasons, and it's crazy because they got this shit knocked out early. Like if they would have waited, they'll be in a situation like Cincinnati, and nobody wants to be in a situation like Cincinnati. Like they waited to pay their weapons and ended up having to overpay both of them to keep them, and now they ain't got no money to pay nobody else. So, but I think this is going to be good. But I think if he continues to ball out in another 3 years, he's just going to restructure this deal again. But I like it. Get paid, young Negro, get paid, in the words of Young Dolph.
So he becomes the 5th highest paid annual salary. He has the 5th highest annual salary for a wide receiver in the NFL. The people in front of him are DK Metcalf with only 500,000. Then you got CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, and that number 1 spot, the man himself, Jamar Chase, with that $40.25 million per year salary. So, whew, man, he's in an elite club.
If I'm Terry McLaurin, I'm like, oh, I'm about to break the bank. Like what they say, Gambit said it. I still gotta watch. I'm shocked I haven't watched that movie. But I'm about to make a name for myself. Like that man gonna reset the market.
He should.
He's gonna come up and say, Washington. He's gonna get so much money that the conservatives are gonna say that Washington is so woke that they gave their black wide receiver reparations. Like, that's how much money. Like if DK Metcalf making that kind of bread, man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, shit. Nah, son, you got to open up the bank.
Wilson and Justin Fields were teammates at Ohio State for 2 seasons, 2019 and 2020. So they are reunited, James. And like you said, they wanted to lock up his number 1 option. But I have to agree with you, man. If DK's getting that much money, somebody's got to break the bank. And that's scary Terry. So, man, but like you said, these guys getting their bread. Cannot be mad at that. Cannot be mad at all. But huge shout out to Garrett Wilson for getting that 4-year, $90 million guaranteed contract. Whew, that's a lot of cheese, man. That's a lot of cheese. We were talking about colleges, Ohio State in particular, but let's discuss 2 more colleges. So, James, we're going to talk about LSU and Alabama and discuss which team you would take between these players. So, you got Ohio State. You got C.J. Stroud, Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith and Njigba, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Denzel Ward. LSU, you got Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, and Derek Stingley Jr. Ooh. And then you got Alabama, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, and Pat Surtain II. Which college team core would you take from this list of 3 teams right here?
I take LSU, but I think they disrespected my guy, man. They disrespected oh boy. Hold on. What's up, D-Nick?
Man, what you doing, man?
I'm recording.
Yes, man. We got a lot of LSUs in the chat. I see Montre and Adrian right here, but man, that LSU lineup is something crazy. You got Joe Burrow, been to the Super Bowl. Justin Jettas, got Jamar Chase, also went to the Super Bowl with Joe Burrow. Malik Neighbors, an outstanding rookie, one of the 4 rookies to have over 1,000 receiving yards, and Derek Stingley, who just got his payday in Houston. I think LSU is one of the man, their team core is looking real scary, and I think that's who I would take as well. But man, I just want to include this. LSU best QB facts for sure. Wanted to include this to see what you all will think in the chat. Spam it up in the comments below. But that LSU team is something different for sure. And before we get into the next post, I'm gonna have to reiterate. We're gonna talk about some list Twitter, and that's what this next post is gonna cover. But James, what were you saying before we get into this next segment?
Oh, if no Brian Thomas Jr., no LSU. So, Ohio State with C.J. Stroud. No. Actually, you know what? Damn, Ohio State is pretty good, but Derek Stingley Jr. is really good with that LSU thing. I'm gonna go with Bama because we got some Super Bowls there.
Solid pick. Cannot go wrong with any of those teams. Cannot go wrong. So It's 2025, and the NFL decided to list their top 25 players of the last 25 years. So let's get into it to see what you think, James. At that number 1 spot, obviously got to have Tom Brady. 2, Patrick Mahomes. 3, Peyton Manning. 4, Aaron Donald. 5, J.J. Watt. 6, Aaron Rodgers. 7, Ed Reed. 8, Ray Lewis. 9, Randy Moss. 10, Darrelle Revis. 11, Rob Gronkowski. 12, Joe Thomas. Calvin Johnson. Luke Kuechly. LaDainian Tomlinson. Drew Brees. AP. Julius Peppers. Zach Martin. Myles Garrett. Lamar. Walter Jones. TJ Watt. Terrell Owens. And lastly, finishing up this list is Kansas City's own Travis Kelce. James, what are we thinking of this list, man? I see you thinking.
Luke Kuechly? Is that from Luke Kuechly?
I mean, he's one of the better linebackers I've played, but it's tough when you
Top 25.
you've got guys crossing over, right? Like, with all due, Travis Kelce will be a Hall of Fame tight end, right? So will Rob Gronkowski. Shannon Sharp should be on this list, though. Terrell Owens is one of the best wide receivers to have played. For him to be that far back makes absolutely no sense. Trying to feel. I feel like we're missing. Andre Johnson should be on this list. Again, Andre Johnson just made the Hall of Fame, right? Like, how can you be there and then not on this? Randy Moss would need to be higher. Aaron Rodgers needs to be lower. It's just entirely too tough to make a overall list for 25 years.
Urlacher?
Brian Urlacher, yeah, but Brian Urlacher was really good. But yeah, I don't know. Myles Garrett. I think a lot of these new guys shouldn't be, like, guys currently playing, very few should be in this. Patrick Mahomes deserves it, though, because outside of that ass whooping he took last year and losing to Tom Brady, he's been pretty fucking, like it's gonna be funny to see all the same people who hate LeBron James that cap for Tom Brady as well as Patrick Mahomes, because it's not like if there was only a quarterback who never lost a Super Bowl that he was in, that we could hold Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes accountable to, that people choose to not hold accountable, because we actually see how much better they are. Like, we actually can respect how much better they are than him. But Joe Montana, by every other metric that we've created, should be the greatest quarterback of all time. But he's not, because we actually use common sense in football arguments. Like, we don't, like, I actually saw some again to use LeBron. They took like some of the greatest shots or things that Michael Jordan's ever done, and they're like routine plays for LeBron. Like, it's crazy. Like, and it just makes people more mad. But when you sit back, I think the only reason people do it is because nobody has ever taken a second to just stop back and just say, "Hey, what we are witnessing is really fucking amazing."
Yeah, and
we're grateful to see. Like, I'm grateful to have, even though I was a child, to have seen Joe Montana.
Right.
I've seen Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. Hell, and it's not even including your Jim Kellys of the world. That some of y'all probably don't even know who the fuck Jim Kelly is. But Jim Kelly went to 4 Super Bowls. Yeah, with the Bills. And that's where the term, boy, I love losing Super Bowls. With a great running back in Thurman Thomas, great wide receiver. It's wild. But yeah, these lists sometimes are just a little bit crazy.
I still put Von Miller above Luke.
Von Miller was so cold. 4-3, legit 4-3.
Really?
I think shit, not just Von Miller, shit, him too. Fuck, I'm my boy that I hit, linebacker, Miami.
For the Jets.
Shit, why can't I think of his
Yeah,
name?
the small one.
Jets and the Saints. The CTE is getting me right now.
Chat,
50,
help us out.
50, is it 50, 51? Vilma, John Vilma.
Yeah,
Thank you, John Vilma. I'm like, guys, I'm struggling here, man.
Dying.
Listen, man. I had a no die, and my brain is getting smooth. I'm losing shit, man. Oh man, shit. Make sure you guys are entering the chat on the YouTube. Like and share, subscribe. Also, I did respond to Kobe, but I like Kobe, and Kobe's son is really, really good. So, like for me and Kobe, are gonna do me and Kobe doing 7-on-7 to have a lot of fun and adventures together. So I can talk to him on Twitter. Everybody else, I don't talk to you on that unless you're somebody. Come join the YouTube and please grow that part because we get more credit. Even though Elon is musking it up today.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got a shit ton of people watching.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What are you guys doing?
Like, they just won't come to YouTube. Damn, 411?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I could brag a lot more if you guys were on YouTube.
Man, just YouTube is where it's at.
We mentioned some retired players when we were discussing that 25 from the last 25 list, and we have to discuss a new retiree on that list, University of Nebraska's own Ndamukong Suh. So he released this Twitter post on July 12th saying, "I'm officially retiring from the NFL. I have so many memories to cherish. 13 seasons, 5-time All-Pro, and a Super Bowl champion. I left it all on the field, and now I'm stepping away with peace and gratitude. Because I've been preparing for this moment for years, football was my passion, but it was never my end game. My next season is about impact, purpose, and legacy, about helping others build wealth, lead with intention, and create lasting freedom. I've lived, I've learned, I've built, I've failed, I've succeeded, and now I wanted to share what I've learned, especially with athletes, entrepreneurs, and young people navigating life and money. That's why I created the No Free Lunch podcast. It's about real conversations, real strategy, and real education, because freedom doesn't come from fame. It comes from knowledge and how you move. Now I'm using my platform to serve something bigger. If you ever followed my journey, thank you. If you ever cheered, supported, critiqued, or pushed me, you're part of the reason I kept going. And if you're wondering what's next, tune in and follow along. I'm just getting started." And with his retirement, he is now eligible for the 2028 Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute. You only got to be out for shit. That's not a lot of time at all.
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
I don't think he's good. He ain't first ballot.
I say Ndamukong Suh. What's the first thing you think about?
Shit, just
association.
Violence.
Yeah, he stepped on someone. Right?
He did.
That's the first thing that I would think of.
He's the only person that I would tell him, like, hey, be like him when it's out, because hearing him talk and the things that I've seen with him since he's been active on social media, they don't match. Like, he was doing like business consulting, like for stocks and stuff, like building things a couple years ago. Now he's passionate about nonprofit work. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually thought he had already retired. So this is news to me that he's breaking his retirement. Now, his name, he's Cameroon. And his name means House of Spears.
That makes sense.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, the first time I even figured out who the fuck he was the Big 12 championship game. They were playing, I want to say, was Major Applewhite the quarterback then? It couldn't have been Major Applewhite. Major Applewhite is older than me. So it was, anyways, Texas was good, right? So it was Texas versus Nebraska. This man was at nose. He had 13 sacks that year, I believe. So just so you know, a nose guard gets double teamed. A first round pick at nose will have 6 sacks. You're not supposed to average a sack a game, which just means he's creating chaos. And he should have been the first overall pick that year. What Suh did in that game, it was a all Big 12 center. I believe the guard was all Big 12 as well as an All-American. He splits the double team. The running back comes up to try to stop him. He throws the running back into the quarterback, who is now trying to run for his life. He reaches and grabs him by the back of the shoulder pads and flings his ass in front of him. I said, yo, this man plays like he needs a positive male role model in his life. Like, I don't want to know what the fuck is going on. He's angry, but then you listen to him, you're like, oh, he's really nice. Like, that's psycho. He's a psychopath. And you got to be psychopath to play defense. I truly, he should have won the Heisman Trophy that year. He should have been the number 1 overall pick that season. He was screwed. But it looked like his career worked out for him.
5-time All-Pro, Super Bowl champ. Man, congrats to Suh on a wonderful, wonderful career, man. And hopefully you will get in that Hall of Fame in no time. Now, this is the perfect section for our segue into our Big Games B.S. segment. Now, James, Fox Sports has been making some major moves, and let's get into the facts. So, Fox Sports has canceled 3 of their shows. Breakfast Ball, which includes Craig Carton, Mark Schlereth, I'm going to butcher this last name, Schlereth, and Danny Parkins. Thank you. The Facility, the show that's gone viral with a lot of clips in due to Emmanuel Acho, Shady, LaShawn McCoy, James Jones, and Chase Daniel.
2 guys I wanted to take a long walk over of a short pier.
And then Speak with Joy Taylor, Keyshawn Johnson, and the truth himself, Paul Pierce. With this, Joy Taylor is out at Fox Sports, and this decision comes as part of a series of moves that will also see the network's cable arm, FS1, cancel the show we just talked about. And so, man, Acho tweeted on Twitter that he doesn't know what's next. So I assume he's out as well. But Charles Walker in the chat saying they all sucked, including Joy.
Well, Joy sucked, but she was good at it. Wait a minute. I got to separate. I don't know how good she was at the one. I don't know how good she was at sucking. But she actually was good at, like, Joy's opinions aren't bad. The other ones, I expect more. I want to call Crow right now because Crow doesn't like Shady that much. But, nobody likes a chew. One of those guys, like, went to jail.
Definitely not Vashti.
Oh, yeah. Vashti, like Sheena said, like, I hate his suit. The suit was actually... Sue was actually kind of nice, man. But all right. This is a safe space. Joy ain't ugly, but she ain't eye candy. Can we stop that? Like, stop pretend. She's a girl. She is the tomboy, or she's the sister of the guy who knows a lot about sport, that knows how to talk a little bit, and that's sexy to an extent. But, like, y'all not going to force feed me a girl built like a Nike shoebox. As my guy says, she's built for impact. And that's what it is. Again, don't need y'all doing no investigations into me like y'all did, boy. Did y'all see what they did to this dude for Duval Day?
No,
they said ain't no now that we're all sober, ain't no attractive women. Like, because if you pull up my family, all you doing is hurting their feelings. You're not fucking with me. That ain't me. Like, so, like, whatever. But, like, Joy is probably a joy to be around. She's fun. But like at the end of the day, like what's the other chick that she hung out with that now no longer wants to be around her because she's now she ain't got no body, but she's model look. Like she has a gore. Her face card is unchecked. But Joy is just like, she cool. She not like Beyonce or Kelly. Like, but I ain't mad. I actually do enjoy Joy's opinions though sometimes. Taylor Rooks, thank you. She ain't Taylor Rooks. Hell, the bitch that don't nobody like, is married to the white man. Older. She still works with ESPN. No, I know she does. She works for Fox now, I believe. Like, but not Fox Sports, Fox, like the real Fox. But, we'll see what Joy's doing. Joy knows how to work the work. She knows how to work it to be able to get where she needs to get. So I'm sure she'll be fine.
She's very good, very hands-on, very good.
Very
with her
hands-on.
hands, very hands-on. So she'll bounce back in no time, for sure.
She'll throw it. She'll throw it back into the ring. She's not going to stay down on it. She's got knocked down, but she's not going to be on her knees for very long. She knows how to get it up. It's just, why haven't we crucified her?
What she do?
Do you not remember what she said about the exec? Oh, if anybody just finds out, I'll just holler me too.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, man, like she said some wild stuff, dog.
Distracted by the peanut butter.
Yeah, I know what I'm capable of. Now, just put it like this, man. I want you to think about this. And I don't think he had a snowball's chance in hell at Joy.
Ain't no way. Well, yeah, no.
But if Jason Whitlock think that he has a chance at a girl, I don't want no parts of her. Like, that would be an immediate deal breaker. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Oh, I like medium men. I used to date a guy by the name of Whitlock.
Ugh.
Stiff arm, bitch. Get away from me. Get away from me. Like, ugh. Like they give it a Rick Ross. Ugh.
Next, James, I gotta ask you, man, are you an avid Uno player?
I play when the family gets around. It's just too many. I gotta have consistent rules.
Right.
The rules need to be cut and clear. I gotta agree with you, and especially for this Uno event. So Uno is being added as a table game to a casino in Las Vegas. So Uno is they're making it a special promotion aimed at enhancing game night experience. So the Uno Social Club is a temporary setup at the Palms Casino Resort from July 18th to July 20th, 2025. So if you're looking to make some bucks on Uno, man, slide to the Palms during those days to get your money up. Man,
they finna rob y'all ass,
I
man.
know.
They're gonna have rules. It's like I encourage all of my friends to, like, before you think about doing this, go learn the real rules of Uno. The only way you can do it is play an online game. Like, and I learned this like in 10th grade when the internet was starting to become more prevalent. Like, Jaden, I know this isn't really, you don't know this world, but there used to be a world where you couldn't have, you didn't have internet. Like everybody, there was no internet on your phone. You couldn't just go home to it. There wasn't a computer in every house. And if you did, nobody could talk on the phone while people were on the internet. But at school, they had like computer labs, and that's the only place you can go to use the stuff. And my school, we had tech stuff. So I went in there and I was learning stuff. I learned how to play Yahoo. Yahoo had games. So there was Yahoo Spades. And I went to play Yahoo Spades that black people play spades. Joker, Joker, Deuce, Deuce. Or if you didn't have the Jokers because you got rid of them, Deuce of Clubs, Deuce of Hearts, Deuce of Clubs, Deuce of Diamonds, Deuce of Spades. I'm playing Yahoo Spades like that, and I'm getting my ass whooped.
Yep.
and Yahoo spades. And then I had to learn, oh, this is how white people play spades. Ace high. All right. Now I know what I'm doing. I can play better now.
Right.
Y'all gonna go there with these damn rules that your family invented, and you're gonna lose a lot of money. Go play some warm-up games, download it on your Google Play, download it on the Apple Store, like, and learn how to play. But this is all of them doing is trying to make the house always wins in Vegas.
It is strictly for black people. I want to tell all my friends, go and bet your house, because all my friends think they're so good at Uno. They're so smart for playing this lucky ass game. I want you bet your next check. Go ahead, lose the house.
They definitely gonna lose.
Ain't nobody winning in Uno.
Make sure to tell y'all wives, y'all partners, y'all love them, because when y'all go there, y'all might not get the chance to say that again. So good luck, man. Good luck. And make sure, please, to know the rules before you play and bet responsibly. Please, please, please. Next, James, I got a question for you. I think I've seen you wear some Travis Scotts before, if I'm not mistaken.
Quite a few.
So I got a cop or drop for you right here with this. These are the Travis Scott collab with Labubu, Jack the Ripper.
This is crazy.
What's a Labubu?
Labubu, I have my Blasian chat. It's Labubu, like Killer. Killer got like 4 Labubus from New York. Bring me the Labubus. Show me the Labubus.
That's a cool name. Whatever it is. That's
all I know is they look like satanic dolls.
Really?
They got like little teeth. Like they look like if you wake up in the middle of the night, they'll get you. But I'm copping those.
Ooh. I gotta see what that fur looks like in person.
All right, I'm going to definitely be trying to get those.
Yeah, that does look
like and I also know that that's $1,000 $1,500 sneaker right there.
So James, if you're looking to get this drop, it's releasing July 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern, man. I'm personally a fan too. These are hard, man. I mess with these.
Come on, bring us to the boo-boos.
Oh, so let's see, man.
Show us what the Labubus look like. Raise them up there. Why do you like these? No. You gotta talk big.
I don't know.
So this is what Meg Thee Stallion got spoiled by the light skin, the golden skin warrior. You done showing? You done showing them?
No. Well, what are they?
Did you not take a shower yet, funky boy?
No.
You just come from football practice smelling like outside? Go take a shower. Well, whatever. Do whatever you do. Wash. Close the door. But nah, they're crazy. But I'm copping that. I know that's gonna be. I ain't gonna know what Labubus are. What's the shit called that people used to have back in the troll doll or Beanie Baby? That's the new generation's that mess.
Now I get it. Now you put it in terms I understand.
Yeah, so like, or when I was a kid, having a real Gigapet.
Oh yeah,
like I remember that. But I found out about this in my Blasian chat, so that they were talking about them, and like I'm like, what the hell is a Labubu? And they're like, oh, it's just some dumb Chinese shit. That's what it is. Before you get on me, the Chinese people said that. That's what the Chinese guys said. But I think Kai got his in Chinatown when he was up in New York.
That's so cool. I love how the whole world's becoming a little bit more anime.
Yeah, definitely. Like the only people who hate the world are on Twitter and old people. Like everybody else is pretty cool. Like when you actually think about it, like they don't really know why they don't like folks. But those are copped.
Definitely a copped. And we have to end this show on a sad note. 34 years ago, on July 12th, we lost one of the biggest NFL NFL prospects in the world. Lost his life to gun violence, and man, everybody's still shook to this day. Like Deontay Wilder. And that's none other than Mr. Ricky Baker himself from Boys in the Hood.
Oh my gosh. I was like, I don't know when to take this, if it's serious or not.
Ricky passed away July 12th, 1991. Well, that's when his sunset was. Sunrise was March 8th, 1974. And yes, man, it's been 34 years since we lost the biggest what if.
Man, first off, Ricky was trash.
You think so?
I'm gonna tell you why. And I forgot the guy's name. One of the guys who I go on during COVID that I started watching. That did like all the 80s, the cartoons and stuff from the 80s and 90s. They have a thing where they sit back and they just talk about movies. And he says Ricky's death was his fault. So, one, you already know that you've seen these guys and you see they looking for you, right?
Yeah, they had an altercation earlier.
So you get into a situation where you leave. Like you're and then y'all say, let's split up. Do you guys know all of the different things that Ricky did during that time? Ricky, people are chasing you and looking for you. Ricky took time to pee. Ricky took time to drink some milk, which who's drinking milk on a hot day?
Yeah.
Ugh. And he also had time to scratch off his scratch off. And you know what was the saddest part about this? Ricky won the scratch off. That's probably how his funeral got paid.
Oh
they had to wait a little. They had to wait. If you look at it, they had to wait a little bit. But that's not even the thing. And when he stopped and he said, Ricky, and he looked, he took off running in a straight line with the kudos to the aim and the shot of the guy, because he shot him with a shotgun from clearly very far away. Like it wasn't around the corner. Like he shot him and he held good.
But that dude's a shooter in real life too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I thought he's a pastor now or something. I don't know.
They go back and forth.
But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, Malice is becoming Mace now. Like, you know, you went from a. But if you notice that there was a fence to the right, anybody who's a Division I like right now, I can't do it. Or if I did it, my fight or flight system triggered, and I'll probably be in pain for 3 weeks afterwards. But I would have survived. You mean to tell me Ricky couldn't plant, accelerate to the right in one hop of fence to save his life? I'm sorry, that's God's will. God wanted his angel to come home that day. Because I was one hopping fences for some time. Like we used to it was our pleasure to one hop a fence. Like we would just run full speed, you jump, put that foot right in the middle of it, straight wood fence or gated one. You put that foot there and then you propel yourself up, grab the top, and you're over in a matter of seconds. You mean to tell me Ricky was supposed to go to USC and he couldn't do that? Nah, son. Nah. And then then the mama gonna blame Doughboy. Nah, mama, blame yourself. You should have had Ricky doing plyometrics training. He'd be alive. Definitely shouldn't have been there, man. And then you just even the way Doughboy moved compared to Ricky is just like Doughboy probably did have an obligation to say, "Hey, man, you need to chill out, dog." Yeah. Like even his trash talking wasn't good, dog. Like he wasn't no real inner city kid. Because you don't have to be a thug, but like the way that people from the hood move that aren't thugs still give you some solace.
Yeah,
like he had a sense God promised the green apple.
That is our last segment for the evening edition of Big Games BS. James, any last words for the chat? We're rocking tonight. So do you have anything before we log off?
I'm here to tell you, ladies, for men, if you have a man that you love and cherish that has sense, you know, this isn't for the ones who aren't with guys that don't have sense. Never in a million years will your get back be to us you sleeping with a ton of you being a pass around. Shout out, but kudos to Cardi B for dating a fluid, for being bold enough to date a fluid gender role man, who's a really good football player. And then shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. She stayed with a shooter in her corner. She's with Clay, another lethal shooter. And when Clay will have fun. This is like somebody asked me, like, why do people have such vitriol? Why can't she have fun? This is the 15th guy that we've known Meg Thee Stallion to be with in the 4 years that we've gotten to know her. I'm sorry, that's a lot. It's a lot of bodies to be with. And I'm mad. It looked like her ass deflated like Serena's in that. Or is that just a bad angle? Because I know she got something back there. But she got John B, the 6'5" John B. But yeah, Charles, there is no deadline to donate. Charles, please donate now. Donate often. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We're still trying to get $10,000 raised by the end of all of this stuff so that we can make sure we provide these kids with the great opportunity they can. Go to MFTKfoundation.com/donate, or you can go $MFTK36 if you have the Cash app. I do not have Venmo or PayPal anymore. The website is MFTKfoundation.com/donate. Cash app, $MFTK36 for all of the different things. Make sure you go to JamesColemanGivesBack.com if you just want to volunteer, or if you want to register for a book bag. We'll be in Orlando, Pine Hills, West Oaks Elementary School, in the Carters, in the projects, having a good time, blessing people's lives, man. So outside of that, appreciate you, Jaden. Appreciate you, Miles. Appreciate everybody for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys on Wednesday.